Yeah, I'm glad you came. Come on in. There's something I want to show you. Jenna Mitchell. Isn't she something? Well, you can have her all to yourself for $1.95 at any novelty store. Jenna Mitchell, this month's hot poster. But, this is Jenna, too. Before we worked our darkroom magic on her. This little mole on her left cheek, that had to go. And this scar over her right eye. Well, she got that. And if you look really closely, after all, isn't one chin enough? Jenna Mitchell? Jenna Mitchell. Which one is real? Ah, you see, that's the problem. She doesn't even know herself. Now, take Greg Conway, an investigative journalist for, well, one of the major television networks. You know, graying at the temples, handsome, even-eyed, smart. Well, he has the same problem she has. Only he doesn't know it yet. But he will. Oh, yes, he will.
Terrific. Don't you know that stuff is just loaded with sodium, glucose, glycerides?
Sodium? I love sodium. I can't get enough of it. Something on your mind?
Well, I just thought you'd like to know. Got an awful lot of feedback on that piece you did last week on the windfall profits. We got about 50 letters, got a dozen phone calls.
Good. Pro or con?
Most people seem to hate that light beige suit you were wearing. I think maybe from now on, you better stick to dark blues and browns. You know, austere, but sexy.
Maybe I should have a little dent in my nose filled in, too?
Oh, I don't think that'll be necessary. At least not for now. Budget meeting at 4 o'clock today. Try to make it.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, by the way, have you seen Arthur Desmond around the last few days?
Just on the news, why?
Well, he called me a couple of weeks ago. Said he wanted to talk to me. I went out of town for a week. I came back. I've called him at least 5 times. He has not returned my messages. That's not like Arthur.
I wouldn't know.
Finally, tonight, we have the story of a 10-year-old boy in Jacksonville, Florida, who watched his parents begin the traumatic process of divorce and decided to do something about it by opening his own marriage counseling agency. Little Joey Munson set up a booth right outside his family's suburban home, started taking customers at 10 cents a shot, so touching his parents' heart that they promptly reconciled. And that's the news for this Wednesday night. I'm Arthur Desmond on behalf of the entire UBS News team. Stay well and stay alert. Good night.
What is going on around here? Linda, wait up.
We lit a candle for you today at the budget meeting, Greg. Drop by sometime. Say hello.
Hello.
My, we are in great shape, aren't we? You know, you better start taking care of yourself. Paper, please. Do you have any change? Thank you.
Listen, I just dropped down to see Art Desmond for a second.
You dropped down where?
Drop down where? Studio 8B. Where else?
Don't you ever read your memos, Greg? He's been broadcasting from the Lodi facility for the past 2 weeks.
Lodi, New Jersey?
Yes.
But I thought that facility was built for the cable operation.
Well, it was, but apparently the old man got tired of making the long haul into the city every day, and he talked him into transmitting from Lodi.
Honey, that is crazy. Arthur loves New York. He's been trying to sell his home in Englewood for months.
You know, Greg, you've been awfully edgy lately. Is something bothering you? Are you
Aside
okay?
from a terminal case of boredom, I'm in great shape. Remember, you and I were going to have conversations about broadening my duties, new horizons, etc.
Well, the public likes you doing exactly what you're doing. And so does Mr. Bellamy.
So as the elder Vanderbilt said, the public be damned. And as for Big Bill Bellamy... Hey, you're not mic'd, are you?
You never know.
Well, listen, why don't I check it out? I don't mean here.
I'm going home to a hot tub.
Sounds like fun.
It's a small tub, room for one.
My, how you changed. I can remember a time when you...
So can I. But I try not to. See you tomorrow.
Taxi!
Good night, love. Swell evening. Frank, I know I'm like a dog worrying a bone, but nobody has seen him for 2 weeks. Not since he started doing his newscast from that new facility.
I hate to burst your balloon, Craig, but the fact is I talked with Arthur on the phone myself not 3 days ago. You sure you're not seeing spooks in your closet?
It's my job to see spooks in my closet or anybody else's closet, for that matter. Are you absolutely sure?
Excuse me, this is the operator. I have an emergency call for Greg Conway from Mr. Arthur Desmond.
What?
Told you were overreacting. I'll get off. Talk to you later, Craig. Good night.
Go ahead, operator. Put him on.
Greg?
Yeah.
Arthur, I'm so sorry for not getting back to you sooner, but I haven't been home and I didn't get your messages till my maid called me tonight.
Well, where have you been?
I suppose you would call it a retreat. Connie's off visiting family in Ohio, and I'm renting a small cabin in Pine Barren. No phone, no mail, no distractions. I just drive back to Lodi to do the show, drive back here, and work on my book. I'm calling from a service station down the road.
How did your maid call you if there's no phone at the cabin?
Did I say she called me? No, I called her. I check in every few days, pick up my messages.
Well, that's a relief. Listen, Arthur, could we get together sometime soon? I want to talk to you. Well, to tell the truth, I'm bored doing calendar. I don't know. I'd like to chuck the whole thing.
Now, look, I'd like to, Greg, but I'm on a strict schedule. Give me a call a month from now, and we'll have lunch.
Right. Oh, by the way, Leo Preston sends his regards.
I don't read that, Greg. Please repeat.
Leo Preston, the jogger down the hall from me, he had a flare-up of tendonitis. Went to that doctor you recommended. Says thanks. He feels much better.
Well, glad I could help. Well, again, Greg, sorry it takes so long to get back to you. Hope to see you soon. Good night.
Night. Linda, I am telling you, the man I talked to on the telephone last night is not Arthur Desmond. The man we see on television every night is not Arthur Desmond. I don't know, they have replaced him with some kind of double.
They? Who are they?
I haven't figured that out yet.
Oh, Greg. Okay, so there is no Leo Preston. So what does that prove? The man didn't remember. He was being polite, that's all. And if there is a double, why isn't he staying at Desmond's home?
Maybe the double isn't good enough to fool the wife, the maid, the co-workers.
Just good enough to fool 30 million people on the nightly news.
Damn it, Linda, I don't know. If I knew I wouldn't be standing here talking to you. I'd be on the phone to the FBI.
Well, I don't know what we're so worried about anyway. I mean, even if there is a double, his ratings are holding up, so why should we even bother looking for the real one,
Well, the really sick thing about that is that you're only half kidding.
Mr. Conway, is there anybody expecting?
Yes, I'm here to see Arthur Desmond. What studio is he in?
3A, third floor.
Thank you.
Mr. Conway.
Yes. What's the matter? Something wrong?
Nothing, sir.
Where's Art Desmond?
Well, sir, you just missed him.
Well, I can see that. Where did he go?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Conway.
Arthur!
Cerebrovascular accident. Nothing serious. We'll be all right.
Is that you, Bill?
Gregory. How are you feeling?
Alarmed if I'm being visited by the chairman of the board.
They're going to be fine. We'll see to that. Of course, if you keep on drinking a bottle of bourbon every day.
You have been talking to Linda Beckwith.
And she's just as worried about you as I am.
You mean a real live heart is beating underneath that tailored tweed? Hey, folks, sympathy votes coming in from Kansas City. Unfortunately, I'm flat on my back with a stroke, I guess.
Which we intend to prevent in the future. Gregory, I've taken the liberty of ordering a series of tests, all on network expense, of course. It'll only take a few days, and then I want you to take a couple of weeks off. Rest up. Relax.
My problem is relaxation and I have never been formally introduced.
Well, I will do the honors. That's an order. I don't want to see your face for a month. Gregory, you know we love you. I mean your family. We want you alive. Well, just the way you are.
Wake up. What? What are you doing? What's that? It's just something to help you think, sir. Now you're coming with us.
Just look at the red light on the camera.
What is this, some kind of test? That's exactly right. It's a test.
Now, if you'll just look at the red light on the camera. Very good. Fine. Now just keep looking into the camera and repeat these words. Should we chase the young outlaw cowboys?
Is it an elocution test?
Should we chase the young outlaw cowboys? And Mr. Conway, please don't slur your words. We need a good record.
What was that again?
Should we chase the young outlaw cowboys?
Should we chase the young outlaw cowboys?
Once more.
Should we chase the young outlaw?
Keep looking at the camera.
Should we chase the young outlaw cowboys?
Once more.
Should we chase the young outlaw cowboys?
Very good, very good. Now let's try another one. High altitude jets whiz past.
Why do I have to do another one?
High altitude jets whiz past. If you cooperate, as soon as we're finished here, you can get to bed. Bed, Mr. Conway. Now high altitude jets whiz past.
High altitude jets whiz. High altitude jets whiz past.
Very good, very good.
We've covered a lot of ground tonight. Now, when I count to 3, you're going to fall back asleep. When you wake up, you're not going to remember any of this. Not the camera, not the questions, not me. Do you understand? 1, 2, 3.
You won't be on the outside any longer, David. I promise.
Lisa, you've said that in different ways before. I just don't know now. I don't.
Why do you resist?
Because of Aaron, the children.
Not Jason. Hold me, David.
I ask myself if it's worth it. And I answer no, it's not.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Would you look at this place? I'm gone 9 days. It's in ruins.
Greg, I thought you were on vacation.
Vacations are a vice, Steve. You take one year, pretty soon you're taking one every year.
Yeah, well, how you doing?
Terrific. How are you?
Hey, hanging in there.
Yeah. Where's Linda?
I think she's down in 8B, working on a mix.
See you later.
Okay, guy.
Expect us to accept your nation's good intentions when all of the evidence points to the contrary?
Evidence? I don't know evidence.
George, have you seen Linda Beckwith?
I see only assumptions, misconceptions, propaganda.
Okay, well, let's look at the record. I would think that your country's firing at U.S. planes during our maneuver constitutes evidence.
They were in our airspace.
Well, I beg to differ with you, but they were not. Not by international law, they weren't. I'm sorry, but we have proof that they were. Well, this is crazy.
I see no proof.
Something wrong, sir?
Yes, something's wrong. I never reviewed that tape. I never made it. I never saw that man before in my life.
What's the problem?
Linda, what the hell's going on around here? Where did you get that thing?
Greg, you shouldn't have come in here. You should have stayed home.
Yes, well, I can see that, but where did you find this guy in my suit? Where did you dig him up?
I think you had better talk to Mr. Bellamy.
I think you're right.
No, you're mistaken, Gregory. He's not a double. He's you.
Come on, Bill, you got some clown up there saying what you want him to say.
You think we're manipulating the news? Well, we're not. Believe me. Now sit down.
If you don't mind.
I do mind. Will you please sit down? The man you saw up on the television screen is you, in a sense. You see, for the past several months, we've been experimenting with a process our engineers call electronic transmography.
I'm listening.
Now let me demonstrate. The camera takes a picture. The picture is transmitted to a receiver where an electron gun activates a matrix of phosphor dots on a TV screen. Now what we've done is devise a way to activate these dots. Now get this. Without a camera. In effect, creating a picture of something which does not exist. We call it a matrix box.
You're telling me that those two actors up there are some kind of computer simulation?
No, not entirely. We hired two actors, made tapes of their appearances, their mannerisms, logged their voice prints, arranged for psychiatric profiles. Then we fed the data into a computer program. The computer then generates the images that you're looking at.
And that's what they were doing to me when I was in the hospital. I don't believe it. Take the face, the voice, the soul. It's monstrous.
No, it isn't, Gregory. It's ratings. And ratings are our business. A very good business, I might add.
You're crazy, Bill. This job has gone to your head, I swear.
No, I'm not crazy, Gregory. With this, we don't have to build sets, shoot opticals, pay the cameraman, the electrician, the gaffer. We create everything inside this matrix box.
There's something wrong here. Now, Arthur Desmond would never agree to this.
Arthur Desmond is dying, Greg.
Oh, come on.
It's true.
And he jumped at the opportunity. Do you have any idea, Gregory, where Arthur Desmond is right now? He's sailing around the West Indies in a 40-foot yacht that we bought him. Freedom! That's what the matrix box bought for him. And under much better conditions. You can have the same thing.
A penny for our souls.
Much more than a penny, Gregory. And you can keep your soul. All we want is your externals.
No.
You're upset, Gregory. I've hit you with an awful lot at once.
I will say it one more time. No. A machine cannot replace me. Your experimental system won't work.
It's no longer experimental. It's been perfected.
Baloney.
You want proof? Okay. I'll give you proof. What's your favorite poem?
My what?
Your favorite poet?
Mary had a little lamb. Anything else? My shoe size, 10C. My waist, 34. Used to be 32.
This is Bellamy. Punch in code AD 454, track 5. Mary had a little lamb.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece as white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, her lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rules. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb schooled. So the teacher turned him out. But still he lingered near and waited patiently about till Mary did appear. And then he ran to her and laid his head upon her arm as if he said, "I'm not afraid. You'll keep me from that." What makes the lamb love Mary so? Out of your mind. Mary loves the lamb. Go. Teacher.
Greg, listen.
No!
Listen, Greg, wait a minute,
No!
please.
No! Hey, old buddy, what are you running away from? Nobody's after you. Greg, I know this is not going to be easy to digest, but we should talk it out. I just want to talk to you, that's all. Just talk. That's not going to do any good. It's independently controlled. They rigged it while you were in the hospital. That won't work either. Oh, that's a smart move, old buddy. Run away. You have a real talent for turning into jelly when things get sticky. What the hell do you know about it? What do I know about it? I'm you, remember? I know everything that's going on in that feverish little brain of yours. Oh, now don't look so appalled. It's just technology. It's like the cameras and the satellite feed. This whole business, just technology. I thought it was supposed to be more. You mean the truth? Conway, when are you going to wake up? You live in a country where only 8% of the population reads books. You live in a country that's certifiably illiterate. They don't want to think. They want fast answers, easy solutions. And that's what the box gives them. What am I supposed to do? Sell out? I am not going to sell out. Oh, you sold out a long time ago. You may see yourself as some kind of Edward R. Murrow, but no. You're me. They hired you because you looked good, you sounded good. And if you died tomorrow, they would just hire another hairspray jockey and replace you just like that. That's not true. Now, you're a liar. I can't lie. Not to you, because I am you. Don't you understand? And I'm not telling you anything you haven't said to yourself. You sold out the minute you signed your first $50,000 contract. You sold out for power, for money, and for their promise of respect and notoriety. And in exchange, they put you in a box. Whatever happened to your dreams, Conway? The novel you were going to write? All those places you were going to see? What happened to your marriage? I've still got time. You have been saying that for years. And I'm going to tell you the truth. It is not going to happen. You are not going to write the novel. You're not going to see Paris. You're not going to see Rome. And you're not going to see Greece. You have been burrowing around in the ghettos and the back rooms of Washington for 20 years, searching for some vision of the truth. And you're going to die without ever having found it. Oh, no, please. You're going to keep running and working and drinking. You're going to say, oh, I'm nearer the beginning than I am the end. And there's going to be another stroke. And that will be it. There will be no Paris, no Rome, no Greece, no... No, look, I'll find a way. I'll make the time. I mean, there's got to be a way. That's right. There is a way. Me. You can go away. You can travel. You can write your book, make love, see all those wonderful places, do anything you want. And I'll stay right here behind in this box doing your work for you. Now, isn't that something you've always dreamed about all your life? Well, isn't it?
Yes.
Good boy. Hello.
Gregory, we're glad you're seeing things our way.
One minute to floor. Camera one, focus. Two, give me headroom.
Relax, Greg. Everything's going to go fine. Frank and Glenn are broadcasting live from New York. They think we're going to patch you in from here. When we go to your close-up, we'll plug directly into the matrix box, and your, namesake will seem to be in the same studio with Frank and Glenn.
Well, if anything goes wrong...
If anything goes wrong, we patch you in live, and the whole deal is off, right?
Right.
Okay. Good luck.
10 seconds to floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening. I'm Frank Merriman.
I'm Glenn Harcourt.
And I'm Greg Conway. Welcome to Calendar.
Tonight, we present a three-part examination of what we are doing to the environment of this planet. First up, perhaps the most telling damage is that which we cannot even see. Greg?
Even as we sit here, you and I, our risk of contracting skin cancer increases by the minute. Because miles above us, the Earth's protective ozone layer is being eaten away by something called fluorocarbons. Where do these fluorocarbons come from? How have they managed to find their way to a point between 20 and 30 miles above the surface of the Earth? Good night, Glenn.
Good night.
Frank?
Good night.
And thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Okay, fellas, it's a wrap. Thank you, Mr. Conway.
It was terrific, Greg.
You mean, picture perfect, huh?
So, what are the plans?
Well, first, for starters, one-way ticket to Paris, with connections to Rome and Athens. I'm going to take along my battered old portable typewriter, a notebook with 15 years of notes in it for my novel. I can't believe it's going to happen. I'm going to see it all, and I'm going to do it all. 2 months from now, this will seem like a bad dream out of somebody else's life. Be a lot nicer if I weren't alone.
You'll meet somebody. If I know you, lots of somebodies.
That's not what I meant.
I know.
Why don't you talk to the computer Conway? He's very persuasive.
Well, let's keep in touch. You never know. You take care of yourself, Greg.
Right.
Mr. Conway, would you come with us, please?
Oh, I'm sorry, fellas. I got a plane to catch.
You'll have to accompany us.
Conway, we're expecting on the lower level. Lower level? Basement? No, sir, not the basement.
Bill, what the hell is going on here?
Just keeping our promises, Gregory. All but one.
You know, I got a plane to catch at 8:55. I signed your lousy papers.
This is the hardest part for me. Sit down. All right, here's the problem. Our research tells us that you are at your optimum popularity right now, at this exact age. Now, we can keep this video image of you in your late 40s for the next 10, maybe 15 years. Audiences don't seem to notice. They assume that people on television look younger. Look at our president.
Yeah, but I don't understand what...
Don't you? Have you forgotten several weeks ago how, well, dissatisfied you were with your job? You were grumpy, grouchy, bored. What if you had quit on us? Or decided to hold us up for more money or more control? Now, you know, we can't have that. We have limits. And then there's the problem of your health. That minor stroke was a warning. Next time it could be fatal. What will we do then? You know that we have to protect ourselves.
Bill, for the love of God!
Anything you want. You can have women, luxury. We'll give you anything. The best of everything. Everything except freedom. I'm truly sorry. Oh, by the way, Arthur Desmond is in Suite A. You might just drop by and see him later.
Oh, you are rotten. You're inhuman. I'll kill you, you! Bill, you can't do this to me! Don't leave me down here, Bill, please! Oh, you...
And that's it for this Friday night. I'm Arthur Desmond on behalf of Frank Merriman, Greg Conway, and the entire UBS News team. Please, stay well and stay alert.